Hi, I'm Adriana, physiotherapist and yoga instructor, and today's video will be a trauma-informed yoga sequence to help with feelings of anxiety. Yoga in general can be very helpful for feelings of anxiety. The practices of yoga can be helpful. So feel free to jump into something comfy, perhaps grab a pillow that you can use or a blanket, and we'll jump into this calming practice for anxiety. I invite you to join me in a comfortable sitting position to start, whatever that looks like to you. I'll be starting today's practice with a breathing exercise. This breathing exercise will focus on making our exhales longer than our inhales, helping to calm the nervous system. Feel free to do this with your eyes open or closed. There is no right or wrong. Take a second to ground into the present moment. Perhaps bringing some awareness to the body. If you're having feelings of anxiety, maybe noticing where that's showing up in your body. Maybe it feels like butterflies in your stomach or a tightening in your chest. And for the rest of this video, if it feels good for you, I would like you to try to stay present and stay focused on the movements and the breathing. Just bringing awareness to that instead of whatever else you're feeling. So if you're joining me with this breathing exercise, I invite you to breathe in through your nose for 3 breaths. We're going to hold at the top for 3 breaths and then exhale for 4 breaths. We'll do this 3 times through. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. If you would like, you can continue to do a few more of these breaths on your own. Maybe doing one more on your own. If your eyes are closed, I invite you to open them now. This entire sequence is going to be done sitting and lying on our back. So we'll start with the first sitting posture. We'll work through eagle arms. So once again, you can sit in whatever way feels good for you. You don't need to be cross-legged. I invite you to take the left arm and place it underneath the right one, wrapping the hands together, bringing the arms in front of your face if that feels nourishing for the arms and the back body. Perhaps even bringing those arms a little bit higher if that feels good. Taking 2 breaths here, holding this movement, knowing that if this doesn't feel good on the shoulders or the back or the neck, you can always come out early. And on your next breath, I invite you to unwrap the arms, bring them beside each other, and then switch. Bring the right one underneath, the left one on top, wrap the arms around to grab the hands, and once again, bring the arms in front of your face. Recognizing that one side might feel completely different than the other, and that is totally normal. Taking 2 more breaths here if that feels good for you today. On the next exhale, unwrapping the arms, placing them down, and if you're feeling any sort of counter movement that's needed for the back or the shoulders, maybe a few wiggles, perhaps bringing the chin to the chest, anything you feel that would feel good as a counter movement to what we just did, feel free to do that now. And if there's nothing that comes to mind, totally fine. I'll be moving into a seated straddle form next. So bringing the legs out as far as feels comfortable. There's always the option to do legs together if you would prefer to do that. Sitting here, I invite you to reach as far forward as feels good for the body today. That might mean reaching all the way down to the ground with your chest. It might mean bringing the hands slightly in front of you. Whatever the body is asking of you today is okay. We'll take 3 more breaths here if you're still with me. On your next breath, I invite you to come back up to sitting, keeping your legs as they are, reaching over to the left leg with the arms and sliding the arms as far down the left leg as feels good. Perhaps noticing some sensations through the back of that left leg. Staying here for 2 more breaths. In your own time, coming back up to center, and if you would like, joining me on the other side, sliding the arms down the right leg. Recognizing, once again, that this other side may feel completely different than the left side. We'll do 2 more breaths on this side. On your next breath, coming back up to center, And we'll move into some sitting twisting forms here. So keeping one leg straight, bending the left leg. I invite you to take the right arm and wrap it around the left leg so it's on the outside of the left knee, placing the left arm behind you. So you're getting a gentle twist through the spine here. If this doesn't feel good, you can always keep the body facing more forward. You can also place your backhand on a block to lift the body up a little more. And if you'd like a little bit more of a twist, you can wrap the arm even further and bring the right hand up, twisting the body back behind you. Knowing that you have permission to come out of this form in whatever moment you would like to. We'll take 3 more breaths here if you're still with me. Perhaps pushing down through that left hand, lifting the body up a little bit. When you're ready, unwrapping that right arm around the left leg, bringing that left arm forward, straightening the left leg, and we'll switch to the other side. So bending the right knee, taking the left arm and wrapping it on the outside of the right leg, taking the right hand back behind you and twisting over to the right. Knowing that on this side you can do any of the same variations as the other side, placing a block underneath the right hand, bringing the left arm up and twisting, or perhaps not twisting as far. Taking 3 more breaths here. In your own time, unwrapping that left hand, bringing that right arm forward, straightening the legs out, and we'll take a brief counter movement with the legs straight, reaching down as far as feels comfortable towards the feet. Only taking 1 deep inhale here, holding for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming back up when you're ready. And we'll move on to our back. So if you have a blanket or you have a pillow that you would like to use, feel free to grab those now. We'll move through a few different forms on the back today. If it feels better for your body, feel free to just lie and listen instead of doing the movements. If your body is asking for anything else from you today, feel free to do those movements as well. We'll start with the knees bent. We'll gently rock the knees back and forth, bringing both knees over to the left as far as feels comfortable. Bringing them back to center, and then bringing them as far to the right as feels comfortable, keeping those feet gently pressed on the mat. If you would like, you can work through these movements with your breath. I'll do a bit of a breath sequence, but once again, it's your choice. If you would prefer to move through the movements in your own breath, that is 100% okay. You always get to choose what works best for you and your body. On an inhale, bringing the knees to the left. Exhale, bring the knees back to center. Inhale, bring the knees to the right. Exhale, bring the knees to center. One more time, inhale, bring the knees to the left. Exhale, bring the knees to center. And one more inhale to the right. And exhale back to center. Maybe taking both of those knees and bringing them up to the chest, wrapping the arms around them, giving your body a bit of a hug. Perhaps rocking side to side or up and down. Inviting a gentle massage in through the muscles of the back. If there's any other movements calling to you today before we enter our final resting form, feel free to do those now. If you are joining me, I invite you to lie in whatever position feels good for you. Choosing the resting form that works best for your body today. Working through a few breaths, inhaling through the nose. Maybe exhaling through the mouth and doing a nice sigh. If you'd like, you can join me in that 2 more times. In through the nose. Out through the mouth with a sigh. Once more, in through the nose. Out through the mouth with a sigh. Releasing all the tension from the body, allowing it to relax even further if possible. I hope this practice brought you some presence into your day. Hopefully it allowed your nervous system and your body to remain calm for a brief period of time. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.